it was in my first transfer of my mission, week 5. I was just starting to like biking in the heat. Like, it's the worst because I was just starting to enjoy it and get it kind of fit, so it wasn't too bad. But I was in a trio as well. I was trained in a trio because there weren't enough girls, like sister trainers at the time. But we were biking to an investigator's house along a highway. And I just out of nowhere, I got hit by a car, like just totally T-boned. And it was pretty bad. I guess the lady just wasn't looking, and she's going fast. I didn't even see her till she hit me, which is funny because it was a red car. It's always the red car, right? But yeah, I got hit and went to the hospital after that and ruined our day. It was the perfect day. We planned it. It was going to be a miracle day, but it actually ended up being a miracle day in a different way. And that's, I guess, something I really learned from the experience was that any situation can be a miracle situation if you're looking for it, or if you're willing to make it one. And it was really cool. Like, the lady who hit me was the boss of one of our investigators who was trying to get work off on Sundays to come to church. Totally used that leverage and asked her if she would give our investigator the day off, and she said she'd work on it. And we went to one hospital, and for some reason that hospital didn't work, but a former investigator of ours just like hopped in because she'd just broken her ankle, and we'd been trying to get in contact with her forever, and so we were able to help her and we go to the real hospital. And at that hospital we talked to so many people about like who we were and that we weren't nuns, and like just kind of what we were doing. And it was a really good day, but it was really hard. I think like following that was probably harder than the actual day. I didn't think it was too bad, but as we kept going, like, we realized that my injuries were going to be pretty permanent. At least we thought so at the time. And so I felt like my mission was in jeopardy, like whether I was going to be able to stay and serve or not. So I managed to stay like under the radar for 2 months. And so I was able to serve for 2 months on crutches, which is never... Like, if you think you get sweat marks like without crutches, just like add that in. It's great, especially like going to the top levels of the apartments, and everyone happens to live on the 3rd floor. But it was really good for us, actually, for me and my companions, because we thought the work would slow down. We were limited to the amount of hours we could work and how fast we could go, obviously, but it didn't slow down. Like, nothing. Like, like the work kept going and kept going with us, and it was really cool to see God make up the difference for things that we just couldn't do. And I guess after a couple months, I was sent to Utah, still as a missionary because I was on a mission visa, so I couldn't be released, and saw some doctors here and was still serving for a while, but they upgraded me to a cane, and I was able to go back to my mission, which is a miracle because it just doesn't happen very often. And so I served the rest of my mission walking with a pink cane on the streets of Orlando, and it was great. It was a great conversation starter, and I literally can look back and know that almost everyone I met, I wouldn't have met if I hadn't had that experience. It was kind of cool to notice that even though the plan sometimes isn't what you, I guess, would hope, it always works out just the way it should. You just trust. And I think that really tested my trust in God. Made me question a little bit his wisdom. Definitely thought I had a much better plan for how things should have panned out. I mean, but it helps you realize how much you actually do trust him. I think I needed that too, to realize that no matter what happens, I would trust. And so it always works out.